Yeah?
I think so.
Well, hello everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Block Party.
Welcome.
I got Misty here
Yes.
with me today, and Mom is on a fabulous vacation far away, so we brought in a stand-in for her.
Exactly. No, we couldn't be without her.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
So
we're excited to be
she's
here.
going to join us in spirit.
Yes. She had the audacity to go on vacation.
Yep.
Can you believe it?
I know.
How could she?
She sends me pictures, and I'm like, oh, it looks like fun.
Yeah. No, I'm glad she's getting some time away. It
Yeah.
should be a great time.
I agree.
That's awesome. Well, we're excited to be here with you tonight and talk about the upcoming issue of Block Magazine.
Yeah. Do we have anybody joining yet, Annie?
We do. We do.
Excellent.
Any shout outs for locations or
Lovey from sunny South Carolina. Susan
Nice.
from Ontario, Canada.
Canada?
Thank you guys.
Glad to see you again. It's been a minute since we got together.
Yeah.
I missed the last one, and Misty, you haven't been
I
on
haven't
for a
been
long
on for a
time, so
while,
it's like
yeah.
a whole new party.
I know. It was kind of strange. They're like, can you join Natalie? I was like, well, I certainly can. It's just been a minute.
And I said, please do. It'll be fun.
No, I'm happy to be here. So
We have a good day from South Australia.
Nice,
From
nice.
Michelle.
that sounds like a delightful place to be.
Yeah. Except our summer is their winter, isn't
Oh,
it?
you're right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So is it really cold there right now? then?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. That's awesome.
Well, I don't know if you guys can tell, but we have matching shirts.
We do.
Different colors, same designs. We're block stars
We
tonight.
are block stars, and
which I think is really cool.
Yeah, you're a block star too.
You can join us. We just have fun swag. So we
Yes.
have these T-shirts, and then we have these really cute little tote bags, which I think would make a great grocery bag
Yeah.
or library
bag. They're perfect with
pool
the little
bag,
color blocks
picnics.
on the side.
I think they are. They're so cute.
Really
So
cute,
see how
just
that-
like the spine of our block magazine.
Yep, that's exactly what they're designed
I know.
after.
A little
Isn't that
nod
fun?
to that. I
Yep.
love it. So fun.
So those are cool new.
Yeah.
Cool new products that you can buy if you
Absolutely.
love block.
And you can be a block star just like us.
Yeah, and who doesn't love block?
I don't know. It's so great. You guys do such a wonderful job on it. So
it's a lot of fun.
So I think we have a special offer, if I remember right, for new subscribers. Is that right, Annie?
Yeah,
That's
you're
right.
right.
Okay. Okay, so new
So-
subscribers. So if you subscribe now, you get $10 off.
For the year, right?
I believe so. Is that, Annie, tell me the real
Is
details.
it 10 off for the year?
She's uncertain. We have questions.
Oh, let me see this.
It just says party 10 or
Get-
$5 off digital.
It's get $10 off the ultimate block experience. I don't know what that means. That sounds
Very official.
exciting.
Yes, it does.
I think it's your year's supply.
Okay,
I mean
a
your
year-
year's subscription.
subscription.
not supply. I mean you're definitely.
block.
Your supply.
So
Your
party
block
10
supply.
for the printed
Uh-huh.
subscription and
And
party,
party
5.
5 if it's digital.
Yes,
'Cause
exactly.
It's a little bit cheaper to get the digital. There's no shipping
That's
involved.
right,
and,
that's
and you can download it instantly.
And the digital's awesome because you get lots of little bonuses in there with the
Right,
digital
right. And
subscription.
just don't forget though, when you pay for the physical copy,
You
you
also
automatically get the digital copy.
Yes, that's true.
So you will have access to those bonus projects as well.
If you get the print, yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
love that.
There's lots of fun bonus projects coming up every issue, and we're trying to include more every time. So that's always
There's been some really
it's a little
fun
bit of a challenge because there's so many options we have to choose from, and then
Yes.
we have to narrow it down to what we can actually get done. And
Well,
it's exciting though. There's
is
a lot of cool
exciting.
things coming up.
well, awesome. Anything else happening in the comments, Annie?
What?
I think
Did you talk to
Sounded
us?
like she was talking to us.
Jenny here.
Hi everybody, it's Jenny from the Missouri Star Quilt
What?
She can't stay away.
She can't help
Co.
herself.
Hand on it.
What?
A firm
A
hand
firm hand?
on something.
On Misty.
Yes.
We'll keep firm hands on each other.
We've got it. Oh, that's funny.
So do we have any questions in the comments yet?
Where is Jenny? Did I miss the announcement?
Oh, she's just on vacation.
Yep.
She's
on
traveling in
vacation.
another country right now, living her best life.
Yep, exactly.
Donna has
Right.
questions about the subscription. Can you please explain more? So I think maybe about block
So
in
just
general and
just a
subscribing.
general explanation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Block comes out every other month, so there's 6 in a year, and a subscription for the year gets you all of those copies, plus the digital copy that you can download on the app, and there's also extra digital content, things like coloring pages or
Interviews.
different sized quilts for some of them.
Yes.
We'll put in bonus interviews, bonus tutorials, just a lot of little fun things.
Fun goodies, yeah.
It also includes the sew along and the mystery story.
Yeah.
And you can subscribe online, and then when you go to try and find your subscription, it's in your account under digital downloads, I think. Hang on, it's on this page. I just saw it in the FAQ, I bet.
Oh, probably.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, go to your account and then go to digital downloads, or you can find them in the Block by MSQC app.
Yes. Well, that'll get you there. And of
Yeah.
course, you can sign up for Block on our website, MissouriQuiltCo.com, and it'll take you there.
Yeah. I hope that answers at least some of the questions.
I hope so.
There's also an index that we're working on where you can figure out what patterns are in which issues.
Oh, that'll be nice.
So we kind of have a rough version for a while, but we're working on refining that, and that is going to be on, I want to make sure I get this right, MissouriQuiltCo.com/pages/Block Magazine Pattern Index.
Okay.
It's a little bit long, but we'll figure out how to make that a little bit more accessible. But know that we're working on it and it's coming, and I think it's going to be really good.
Well, and we get lots of questions all the time, like, what issue of Block Magazine is this tutorial in? Then you can go there and find out.
Listen, I can't remember all of
Exactly.
it, so we need some kind of index.
We can hardly remember the tutorials that we designed. So
Yeah.
what did we call that? I don't know.
Yep, it starts to kind of blur together.
It's true, but we have fun doing it. So
Yeah.
all right. Anything
Any other
else,
questions?
Annie?
Carrie says she's spending part of her birthday with quilting peeps.
Oh,
Happy
happy
birthday.
birthday.
That's
so
fun.
fun.
I'm a May baby too.
Yes. You just had a
Lots of
birthday.
excitement about
Yep.
the index.
Yes,
Yeah,
I know.
it's going to be
It's gonna be
huge,
so nice.
especially if it works out the way we hope it will.
I love
which
that.
Oh, Deborah asked, does Natalie write the mystery story?
I do not.
No.
So my little sister Hillary, she lives in Arkansas with her family, and she writes the mystery
She
story.
does such a good job.
She's also the author of the book that was in Mom's box last year, A Body in Red Work.
Uh-huh.
And I know she's working on a few more,
I think she just released a second one in that series too.
which
On-
oddly she told me she thinks is like actually before it,
Oh, it's like a prequel.
something like that. So they're somehow related, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I'm sure you can read them both individually and it will be fine.
Yep, super fun.
I had a hard time with her with the order thing, because I
Yes.
don't think it was necessarily a prequel, but it was like the timing was before or
Oh,
something like
interesting.
that. So,
Awesome.
but anyways,
They're
it's
still
my
fun.
sister Hillary, and she loves to write. She's gotten very good at it.
Yep, and they're fun little reads. It's fun to have that story that continues through the year.
Yeah,
So,
I love it.
that's awesome.
Becky asked, is there an easier way to find Misty at home? I always have a hard time to find the latest release.
It's on YouTube on our
Yeah.
YouTube channel.
So if you go to our Missouri Star YouTube channel, it's going to be on there. And then if you subscribe to our emails, it'll come right to your inbox. So those two ways are how to always find it.
And if you're not sure what emails you're subscribed to, you can go into your customer account, and there is going to be a little list in there somewhere,
and
and
you
you
can
can
check.
check the boxes for which emails you want, and if there's some that you don't need, you can uncheck those.
That's right.
So, and that's easy to fix anytime. And if you have trouble, call customer service. They're awesome.
And we're hoping to get all
Customer
of the
service
new...
don't hate me.
I know, seriously. They're like, don't tell
But
them
they
that.
really
They're
are
amazing.
good, and they can help you with any problem that you have.
They are. And we're hoping to get all of the at-home tutorials added to the app as well. So if you have our Missouri Star app, hopefully it won't be too much longer before those...
All of this stuff takes so many
Yes,
hours to get
it
it all
does.
organized and available.
It
But-
does. So baby steps, but we'll get it there as well, hopefully in the near future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this issue is kind of fun. We talk a little bit about an event that happened before we started Block. And so we thought it might be kind of fun to go through like how Block came about and, you know, how it's different from other magazines, kind of give some history and some
backstory.
background. So we decided to start Block Magazine originally because we had a lot of our customers asking us for patterns, and we wanted, we also had two reasons.
Yeah.
So one was the patterns, And two, Mom, like any quilter, just thought being in a magazine would just be, you know, the icing on
Amazing.
this cake of life. Like that would be
Yes.
so great to have my quilt published in a magazine.
Yes.
And so we did a magazine with Fons and Porter, and we loved it. It was amazing.
Yeah.
We had a full year of that, and then that ended. Our contract ended, and we thought, well, we could probably, now that we have a little bit of experience under our belt, we could probably write some patterns and put them together. And one of the things we didn't like about the magazine industry at the time was that when the magazine is published, it's only current for 3 to 6 months, maybe.
Yes.
And then they never reprint them, so you can't get those magazines again. They're just gone.
Yeah.
And that
it's
means
limited supply.
Right. So then what that meant was then those patterns and articles and all that work that you went to are then in the trash. Nobody has access to it, and you can't get it again.
Yeah.
And we didn't want the work that we did to disappear, so we thought we're going to make a magazine that lasts forever, and we'll just continue ordering it. So
Yes.
we ended up. It has magazine parts and it has book parts.
Yeah.
It's kind of a little.
It's a beautiful melding of both.
That's
I think.
right.
Yeah.
It's a marriage of all the best worlds.
Yeah.
The other thing Mom really hated when she would open a magazine and all these
All the
little
little ads.
postcards of advertisement would come out, or there would be whole pages that were just ads taking up space, and she was like, why isn't there a quilt or a pattern or a
Yes.
story? So we got together and thought about all the things that we really wanted, and then we found some really smart people to help us make that happen.
Yeah, and it's such a beautiful magazine. If you're not familiar with it, it really is more like a book. It's just gorgeous.
Yes, we call it an idea book.
Yep.
And so we get to put typically 10 projects, and usually we have like a 6-to-4 ratio. 6 of them are going to be full-size quilts, and then 4 will be table runners, pillows, bags,
Fun little
projects, things that you can get done a little quicker,
Yeah.
so that it's not so overwhelming.
I love that. And there's always a little bit of, ooh.
Hi everybody, it's Jenny. Have fun with it.
Yes, have fun with it.
Have fun with it.
Being
so
haunted
funny.
by Jenny.
She what?
She's
I said we're
haunting
being
us.
haunted by Jenny.
Yes.
She's
We
never
Can't
truly
be on
gone.
her set without her. her being
She knows
here.
we're here. She knows.
She for sure knows. I love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. So, anything else we need to cover? What do we need to go on to next?
I don't know. Do we have any questions about block and the beginnings
how it got started?
all that kind of stuff? I mean, we spoke about it a little
Yeah.
bit.
Sharon says she loves that there's no ads.
Yeah.
We do too, honestly.
Yeah, we're really proud of that.
Yes.
It makes it
Well,
so
and it
special.
cuts out a whole bunch of work for people.
Yeah.
You know, because when you have ads in a magazine, you have to call all those companies and ask them to pay to put their ad in your magazine, and
Yeah.
whew, that's a nightmare.
It's
So
a
we're just
lot.
glad we don't have to do that.
Yeah, no kidding. and I mean, for so many magazines, that's how they stay profitable, and that's how
Yes.
they can do it. And we're fortunate enough to be able to offer it at a great price. We're just so proud of the
So
work
great.
that everyone does.
Yes, yes. And we wanted really great paper.
Yes.
We also wanted it to be a fun shape so that it would look like a little quilt block.
Yes.
You know.
So many things.
So we just have all these great things that we love about it.
Yeah.
What year did block begin?
Block began in 2014.
Okay.
Crazy.
2014. I
Or
couldn't
Or 2013 or 14. So
Wow.
Wow.
one of those, yes,
Special
one
years.
of those years that I am suddenly muddy. I get kind of nervous when I feel like, oh, I'm really confident and I know the answer, and then I go, do I know the answer?
Maybe I'm wrong. It
But it's
starts to run
2013 or
together.
14. I think.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Also,
it's
something
been a
to
long time.
note-
We're over 10 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. Something to note that if you already have a subscription, you can unsubscribe and resubscribe with the offers.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
So
you
would
can-
that just
So
extend?
then you would get your next year at a discounted
Oh,
rate.
yeah.
Hey.
Okay. So if you want to get the
You
party
can cancel
10,
it and start
you
back
can
up.
cancel your subscription and start again.
At a discounted rate. Very cool.
That
Yeah.
is pretty cool. Thank you for sharing,
the
Annie. That's like a
system.
little life hack.
Exactly. Why
Yes.
not enjoy
What can
it?
we do for you, Brian?
Nothing, just talking to Annie.
You need me to look there.
all right.
All
You were
right,
waving
all right.
awfully big, so I thought maybe you
Trying to
just
get her attention.
you wanted to come and hang out with us.
I'd love to, but you know, I have so much to do. So,
Okay. All right.
That's
I'm
Well,
in my
we'll let
own
you
little
get
world
back
and
to
they want me to
it.
get out.
All right, so let's read a few. We have some reviews from Block subscribers, so maybe we should
Oh, that's
read
fun.
a few of these. I think
All
they're
right.
really
All
sweet.
right. So I will start with Terry S. She said, I have had a subscription for 3 years and look forward to every issue. Having it available digital as well as my paper copy is a great perk. I can print a pattern copy to have as a working copy when making a project so I don't beat up my magazine. I suggest getting the storage boxes to protect them. That's sweet.
The boxes
and,
are great.
And that is a really smart thing to do, to go ahead and download and print the patterns. So you can, if you wanted to make changes, say you wanted to make a bigger border or a different number of blocks, you could write whatever you want on your pattern and then not have to worry about your book staying open.
Yeah, that's a great tip.
And the storage boxes are so cute. We usually pick a pattern from one of the quilts from the year, and then you can fit all 6 issues in one of those little boxes.
Yeah, they're adorable.
So.
All right, I have one from Marcia E. She says, I absolutely love it when Mr. Mailman delivers my block magazine. I just want to stop whatever I'm doing, grab a cup of coffee, and take my time reading such an amazing magazine. I get so inspired to work on a new project from each issue. I've been a faithful subscriber for so many years. My husband and I downsized several years back, and I'm letting go of a whole lot of quilting magazines, but when we came across my large collection of block, I informed him that those are not to be thrown out. They are my favorite.
Oh, that's so
sweet. I love that, Marcia. Thank you.
That is great.
That's the best. Wow.
All right. Peggy G says, I love this magazine. So much useful information and so many patterns. I've sewn for years, but still need reminders about techniques. I am so happy I subscribed to this magazine. Thank you.
That's awesome.
That is sweet. Thank you, Peggy.
It's just nice to see people as excited about it as we are.
Yes.
It's pretty special.
Misty, we have a question from Elaine. When will Jake make a guest appearance on Home or Block?
Oh,
Ooh.
Goodness. Well, you know what? In his own way, he's constantly making guest appearances because he does like brainstorm with me and help come up with ideas. He's always
very
present.
creative.
Yeah.
And he has a really an interesting mind where he can see interesting ways to put things together.
Yeah.
And
but he doesn't love to be on camera. That's not his favorite thing. So I'm encouraging him. We actually worked on a quilt together that should be coming out in a few months later in this year, and I'm hoping he will come on and teach that one with me.
Oh, that'd be really fun.
I think that'd be really nice. But
Yeah.
I make no guarantees because he's a wild man and he does what he wants.
That's right. That's right. You cannot pin him down.
No, you cannot. No. But I will let him know he's missed for sure. Awesome. Anything else, Annie?
Gwen also asks, why don't you have any block magazines in your bookcases behind you? And I actually
we do. We have them up on the top there, and then down on the bottom on that side. And on the
scattered.
They're probably just out of camera range, but
Yeah.
we are surrounded by block.
There's lots of blocks.
We love it. We all have everybody on the block team. I don't know if anybody knows this, but they each get their own copy mailed to their houses. So we're immersed. We all have our own
The
copies.
whole
Always
collection.
surrounded.
Yep. Yeah.
It's a good
So
problem
it's kind
to
of
have.
fun. Yeah. No, it's great. It's great. It's super fun.
I love that. All right, well, I will read another review here. It says, this is from Shelly R. She says, love, love, love Block Magazine. To me, it is really more like a coffee table book and not a magazine. The pattern selection is amazing, making it a great value, and the articles are wonderful.
Oh, that's so
Thanks,
good.
Shelly.
We're always working on the articles. You know, in the beginning, it was actually really fun because Mom just had family stories to share.
Yes.
And it was a new family story for every quilt. And at some point, she kind of was like, well, did I tell that story? Have I told this one?
Yes.
And we kind of got a little dry on the family stories. You know, there's only so many years, right?
Yeah, eventually you've told all the good ones, it seems
So
like.
now we get this great opportunity to bring in stories from our customers, from contributors. We're doing a lot more technical articles where we're talking about design and concepts and color and, you know, all kinds of fun things, which we're going to talk about the color later because that's one of the ones that's in this issue. But,
I love
but it's
that.
really fun, and I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the articles because we've had a good time kind of brainstorming how we can change it up and keep it interesting for everybody.
And always, you know, an opportunity to learn a little bit more, you know,
Yes.
just adding a little bit here and there, I think is so fun.
Well, even as teachers, I feel like I learn something new all the time.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, I'm constantly.
Never stop learning, right?
Yep.
There's always something more to learn. That's awesome.
I do find though too that when I have to teach something, I learn a lot more about it. So, you know, that's kind of a good little hint. If you want to become a little bit more expert level, find a friend to teach something.
Yeah.
And your skill will improve
Or just try,
tremendously.
you know, turn on your cell phone camera and try and teach it to that.
Oh, Have you seen the ones where like they have the little kid try to teach the dad how to make a peanut butter and jelly
No.
sandwich? It's like it's a video trend, but it's also like a hiring technique. Like,
Oh,
like tell
funny.
me how you would do this.
That's cute. I love that.
But it's good practice.
It is good practice. And like Natalie said, you do learn a lot as you're trying to explain it to others about how to really teach those techniques.
Yep. Yep.
Ooh, Randy asks, can you please show us a copy of Block Magazine for those of us who have never seen
For
it?
sure.
Yeah,
For
let's
sure. That'll
grab
be
one.
great. Let me see if I can. What do we have?
Oh,
down
and
here?
reminder, if you subscribe today, you'll also instantly get the April digital issue for free.
Oh, great. That's awesome.
So this is our Volume 1, Issue 1 from 2020.
Okay.
So it's a couple years old, but it's with our new format. We decided at one point that we wanted Jenny to be on the front, to be
Yeah,
the cover
she's
girl
the
for
cover
every
girl.
issue.
As
And
she
so
should
yeah,
be.
this is what it looks like. It's this size. On the
Cute.
back, we always have flat shots of every project in the issue, which is super convenient when you want to just look for something without having to flip through the entire magazine.
Yep, you can see it real quick.
And then in the other thing we have that I love is, we have our construction basics, which just gives you like a bunch of little technical,
yeah, how to press
it's
your
kind of an
seams, add
FAQ for
borders,
some basics, right?
attach binding, all those things.
But then we also have these pattern, it's almost like the back page of the pattern where it tells you
Yep.
what the quilt looks like, what the size is, and the supply list, so that if that's all you need when you're shopping or whatever, you can reference that really easy. So it's a little bit more detail than the back. So the back is like, here's a quick visual,
You know
and then
what's
this one has
inside.
quite a bit more information, and it also tells you which page to find that pattern on so you can get to it right away.
Yep, I love that.
But then we
And-
have these beautiful pictures.
Yeah, the photography is just so incredible.
see.
Our photography team is just second to none. They do an amazing job.
Yep. We've got Jenny's journal, which is fun because
Yep.
it gives us a chance to connect with Mom as a quilter
Yeah.
and a friend, as opposed to like Jenny's the teacher who teaches us how to quilt all the things. Really, she spends a ton of time quilting for herself for fun. I mean, she would quilt all day and
she
all night
does.
if she could. And
She sews around the clock.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
so we thought it would be super, super fun to see the things that she makes for herself just for fun, that maybe she's not doing a pattern for it because it's
Right.
someone else's pattern, or it's a kit that she loved, or a project she did at a class.
Yeah, and without, Jenny's journal and block, you probably wouldn't see those projects.
A lot of the other ones. So she shares sometimes antiques that she finds in
Yes.
antique stores, and she also shares projects that she did before we started
Yes,
the company.
a long time ago.
So you're kind of getting a real taste of Jenny's quilting journey.
Yeah, it's really
in
sweet.
that.
And she always gives a little backstory on
Yes.
that quilt story,
Right. This is the Mystery and the Old Quilt is the 2020 the 2020 version of the story. And the patterns are very detailed. So we start with the materials picture, and then your supplies, and then go through words for people who need the words. There's
pictures.
diagrams for people who need diagrams, and I need all of the above. So
Me too.
And then we have some photographs that show some of the parts that we think maybe, a photo would help.
Yeah.
Because this image looks different than the diagram.
Yeah.
And so you can see a
becomes a
real
little more
visual.
clear.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, and it all kind of works together.
it does.
And then in between each thing is an article.
Yep, an article
Some
and
kind
more,
of-
more beautiful pictures.
Whether it's a story or informational, this is what it looks like, and that's what's in it.
Yep,
It's
exactly.
pretty cool.
Well,
This is our studio, by the way.
yeah, that's where we sew. That's my cutting table that I work
Yep.
on right there.
Yeah.
It's always fun to see that. A lot of times, like, our kiddos will be in there, and I just love that. It's a
Yeah.
little bit of our family history through the business in Block Magazine. I stumbled on some of the old photos when we did the hayride,
Oh, how fun.
and it was
our
just
babies were
our
so
babies
tiny.
Were tiny.
That was so long ago.
It was, and I had kind of forgot about it, but it's just sweet to be able to
Yeah.
go back and see those. So maybe should we give them a little show and tell about the one that's coming up? Show some of
Sure.
the projects?
Sure. So
All
let's
right.
see what we have here.
All right.
We also want to reiterate that those block bags are for sale. We have a few
Oh,
people
yes.
that are really excited about them and wondering. So
yes,
those
you can
are
get
available.
them now. They're available now. The bags, our shirts are ready for you.
So cute.
They're adorable.
All right, so the first quilt we're going to show is the Colorworks quilt, and this is our contributor for this issue. Oops. That's okay.
Okay. There we go. Make sure you
Maybe
can
we should
see
put it all the way up on the table.
Probably. That's a great idea.
Before you get started here, Wendy has a question.
Sure.
For her curious mind, when you make your tutorials, do you complete an additional quilt or project with the pieces that you create while making the video?
Not always,
always.
but sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Sometimes you have
sometimes.
bonus projects.
So when we design a quilt for a tutorial, we usually make that quilt, and then we've gotten pretty good at guessing how much extra fabric we need for what we call step outs. Those are the pieces that we use to teach.
To show all the little steps.
Yeah. And so
we try to make them in the same fabric so that it's a continuation, but a lot of times we just make that on camera.
Exactly. And so we don't generally have so much left over that it's a whole quilt's worth. But
I did that one time. It was a huge mistake.
Yeah.
I worked for 3 days on this quilt and realized I could have got it done in half the time because I just
she just kept
miscounted.
going.
I miscounted, and so I had twice the fabric that I needed.
It's true. But then once we make the one for the tutorial, then we usually have a pattern test version. And so those pattern tests are the ones that we can do for charity donations or giveaways or anything like that. And then we also make another version that goes into block.
Yes.
So that's how it works.
Right.
It's pretty fun.
So there's 3 quilts, but what?
Hi everybody, it's Jenny from the Missouri Star Quilt Company.
Hi,
You
Jenny.
can't forget. Hi, Jenny.
Hi, Jenny. I'm so glad you're here with us.
I love this pattern.
What is she
I
doing?
do
here?
love this pattern.
We love this pattern.
That-
So it's this is fun because the article is all about color, and they talk about some of the different language that is used around color that can be kind of intimidating, like ombre or gradient or
Variegated thread.
variegated. You know,
Yeah.
there's color wheels and color charts, and there's warm and cool and pop and
Color cards.
neutral and low volume and
Yes.
all of those things. And so the article is fun because it just gives you a little bit of information about that.
Yeah.
Maybe you won't be so nervous or.
And I think it'll just excite you to play with color a little bit and to try some of those new things that you'll learn in that little vocab section.
Some of my favorite quilts just create patterns and designs just using colors.
Me too. That's some of my favorite parts of designing is
Yes.
where we put the color
Figuring
in.
out how to make those patterns show up.
Yes, totally. And
All
so,
right, so-
I think we have the opportunity. So if this was from Colorworks, this quilt that we showed you. And if you guys have any questions for them about the design, I think Liz is going to sit down.
Oh, that's right.
And ask them
so
some
they're
questions.
They're going to be interviewed for the digital content. So
Yeah.
if you have anything that you want to know about Colorworks as a company and about color vocabulary, all those different things.
Yeah.
Anything you want to know about color?
Just drop it in the comments,
Yeah.
and then hopefully.
And we will send those over to Liz and the team, and they'll answer them for you.
Exactly. So that's the fun part about being here before this goes live.
Right. You get to
get-
be part of the process
Yeah.
of creating that content for the digital issue.
It's pretty special. So
Yeah,
I love that.
That's very cool.
All right.
Okay, so next we have one of our fun
Oh yeah, from Triple Play.
triple play quilts. This is
was
yours.
mine. Yeah.
And I think you get to say the name,
I will.
sweetie.
So I named this one the Itty Bitty Kitty Committee.
Because
and I
those
put
are
it-
tiny kitties,
They're
right?
just little
They're so
kitties.
cute.
And I put it on we have like a working title when we're going through the pattern design process.
And sometimes we kind of put something on like a
joke, which I totally did. And then they were like, "Is that the official name?" And I was like,
Okay.
"Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
perfect.
it is."
It's
So it went
perfect.
to print.
It did, and so I actually love it. I think it's fun and makes
Yeah.
me laugh. But you've got these little
But they're so
5-inch
cute.
kitties
It's
that
like
you.
a little quilt full of kittens.
It is, and you just alternate it with a 5-inch square and sash it, and it's just so fun. It's a really quick one to make.
The thing I love about the quilts that we do for block is just how different they look in different fabrics.
Yes, yeah, because the
So-
one we made on
Can we see the
Triple
back?
Play was Tula.
Oh, you want to see the back?
Yeah, let's see the
Absolutely.
back.
It's a beautiful batik line.
Yep.
And let me see if it's on here, the name of it. It's an Artisan Batiks Evening Glow.
Yep.
And this is just about perfect for, like, I would say a toddler bed.
Yeah.
I mean, ideal.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
Great.
We
picnic
quilted it with
size.
these little paw prints. like-
Yes.
I mean, this would be a giant cat. I'm not going to lie. These paw prints
Like
are
a
like,
tiger.
boom.
Like a tiger.
It's a tiger print. That's right.
It's really sweet.
But it is, yeah. So that is that one. You want to see
Yeah.
another one?
Sure.
Lots of love for the kitties.
We love it too.
So fun.
All right, what are we going? Oh, Okay.
We've got a table runner.
So this is kind of a cool one.
Yeah.
So the zigzag runner's been around for a while.
a long time.
Mom has done it many times with charm squares.
Yep.
But I love this version because you took the idea and you added long strips of color.
Yep.
Which, you know,
it was super fun. And so I had a charm pack that I was working with, and I just wanted to do something a little different with this pattern. And so I used a color card. If you're not familiar with it, that's one of those vocab words that we were talking about earlier.
Right.
And basically you can just buy these giant swatch cards of all of the solid fabrics from our fabric designers.
They last a pretty good long time,
They do.
But often you'll need a new one because the company will discontinue colors and add a bunch of new ones.
Yeah.
So
Every
so you
few
need
years.
to check in and make sure you're still current and you still like the one you have.
Exactly.
But
But so I just took that charm pack and I laid it against my color card and picked a few accent colors that really popped, and then we added these strips of
So
solids.
when you go to the color card, are you looking for an exact match or are you looking for a complement?
Usually a compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hold up the
sometimes
runner again?
Yes, it probably is hiding inside
Yeah.
the the fabric. You can't see it as well.
So then you've got these
So
big
see how
stripes.
this green is not exactly that shade of green, and so it's not a disappearing. It's
Right.
more of a
It's just the same tone. It's still,
and this pink here is not the
coordinates.
exact same shade of pink, but it pops out and looks really great with it.
Exactly. And so I think depending on the fabric, I just really like to play. And so sometimes I'll choose two fabrics and I'm not sure which one I'll like. And then I'll be able to tell better once I get the full thing there next to it. And you lay it.
Sometimes you have to lay the project out before,
Yeah.
because seeing it on the bolt is different
Yes.
than the reality of things sewn together.
But it's fun to just let the color kind of guide you and make that decision. So
And I think you get a lot more comfortable with it the more you do it.
totally.
At first it's like, whoa, this is scary and
Well,
different and
a
new.
project like this is the perfect way to start because it is small, right? You
Right.
just have a charm pack and it's, essentially a fat quarter strip of,
Yes.
of some complement colors, and it's just so it's a great intro into playing with color and testing that out.
It's also a good opportunity to do some machine quilting at
Yep.
home on your own machine because it's small.
Yep.
And this is a great, like a flip and turn project.
Yeah.
There's no binding on it. So
And
you're,
look at that fun
you're
back.
stitching it to the backing and then flipping it right side out and stitching that
And
shut.
top
So
stitching.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's great practice for all kinds of things.
It really is. Such a fun one.
Yeah, agreed.
Any questions coming through, Annie?
Oh, one thing I wanted to say, we have a new flat rate service in machine
Oh, yes.
quilting. So any table runner is only $25.
Yeah, and if it needs bound,
It's
just
only an additional
yeah,
10 bucks.
10 more bucks. And
So for $35, you can get all your table runners done all day long
Yeah.
and not have to deal with that at home, which
all you
I
have to
think
do
is
is
great.
make the top. It's a great deal.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I love that.
So that's kind of a fun thing. I didn't want to forget to tell everybody.
I know. I'm glad you
Yeah, that is
remembered
great
that.
to bring up.
I had forgot. Anything from you, Annie?
Someone said, Mom isn't moving.
I know.
We'll move her.
We'll just
She's
ugh.
dancing.
She's awfully still today.
It's a pretty fun quilt to
It
make.
is a pretty fun one. Yeah.
We moved her. We touched her, and she was
And-
moved.
Oh, and now she's quacking.
Oh boy, what have we done? She has a frog in her shoe.
Or Chuck is hiding somewhere. Who knows?
Oh boy.
That's so funny.
Okay, so next is our Hexie Stacks.
Okay.
Is that this one?
I think so.
Or
Natalie,
yes,
do you have a tutorial for a scalloped edge?
I don't, but Mom does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mom has done a tutorial that teaches how to use the scallop vines and waves ruler.
Oh, that's right.
It's the Eleanor Burns Quilt in a Day. It comes with a great manual for doing the math and averaging the middle and figuring out what size those scallops need to be. And so that is that's available on our YouTube channel. It's been around for a while,
Yeah.
and she's done several other things that use a scallop edge, and we've talked about it in block. I couldn't identify like a list off the top of my head.
Of which ones it's associated
But there
with.
are a few out there. I know I did some curved bindings on the binding class, and some of the final stitch might have some. I definitely have a curved binding in the final stitch, but I don't teach how to cut the scallops. Mom does that. So that is.
It's not as scary as you think it's going to be once you've done it the first time. I can remember the first time I added scallops, I was so nervous because you've marked it all out. But it's that particular ruler, the Scallop and Vines ruler, really does make it easy for you.
It explains it in a way that makes
Yeah.
sense, and I mean, essentially, you're marking your corners first.
Yep.
And when you do the math and figure out how big you want your scallop, you can figure out how many will fit.
Yep.
And then the middle one sometimes will be like a little
little
smaller
smaller.
or a little bigger.
Yep.
To make them all fit, and it just blends right in.
And
you
it
don't
looks
notice
beautiful.
that one's a slightly different size.
Exactly.
So it's a great technique to have under your belt and experiment and
And
play
it just
with.
adds a little pizzazz to a
Yes,
quilt. So.
I recommend like a wall hanging or a table
Yeah.
runner to start.
Yes, absolutely.
But
Fewer scallops to cut.
honestly, if you can do it at all, you can do it on any size.
Totally. You really
it's,
can.
It's easy.
Absolutely.
Ish.
It is. The scariest part is cutting into it. Like I said, it's like,
Yeah.
because
Because once you cut, you can't.
you're
I mean,
committed.
you could put it back with the Frankenstein zigzag.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
but
not
as
impossible,
pretty.
but it's not ideal. So that's funny.
Okay. So we have a quilt called Hexie Stacks
All right.
that we put together. I believe we did this with the 60-degree ruler.
It looks like it.
This
Yeah.
is Mom's. It's a triple play, isn't it?
Well, it doesn't say on
It
here.
doesn't say.
I don't remember.
Either way, it is a great little quilt
It's
to make.
adorable.
And there's a table runner version, I believe, on the digital issue. But Mom did table runners for her video as well.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's really cool.
It's really quick.
It looks a lot harder than it is. It's really just strip sets that you cut with a triangle tool, and then you sew them together in straight rows. There's no Y seams or
Yep. It's really
nothing
easy.
scary.
And you get all these little,
Yeah.
concentric hexy things.
Yep.
All right.
So I think that's really fun.
It is fun.
Any,
and that's a cute
any questions
line.
or do you have the line name?
It is Flower Pot by Moda.
Ah,
It's cute.
very cute. Anything else?
Right.
Anything online, Annie?
Donna asks, how do you use colors to achieve the blended/faded effect? I've seen muted colored circles.
Okay, so I think that would be blended faded.
Would
you're
that
just
be kind
you're
of
just
like
using
ombre
different
effect?
shades. Yeah, so
I
you
think
would
that's what she's
you would
meaning.
look at your color card and you'd pick like 4 different shades of pink and put them around each other,
And a lot of times,
or any color,
yeah, and if you're wanting it to look a little more muted, then maybe instead of looking for those high contrast colors where they're, a true light and a dark, you're looking for all lights or all mediums, and it's just those subtle changes in color is going to give you that
Because then
kind
what
of,
happens is you kind of lose the seams and
Yeah.
you look at the quilt as a piece of a whole cloth rather than separate blocks.
Exactly.
So-
It just
Yeah,
kind of
it
blends
really depends
together.
on what kind of
Yeah.
color
There can be
gradient
some
you're looking for.
very cool designs made with pixelated quilts or
Yeah,
any
amazing.
colors.
And I love all the ones that they do with those low volume backgrounds and the soft shades against those
Yep.
low volumes. They're just beautiful. So
Yeah,
pretty.
I agree. It's fun.
Oh, it is. I love them all.
Very cool.
All right.
All right, so our next quilt, let's see. I think we're just going to go through
just
this
gonna go through
pile.
it? Okay.
Yeah. So we have this cute little pillow.
Oh, yes.
I think this was on live.
It
This is one of
was.
our small projects, and it is a reading pillow,
It is.
right?
Yep.
So you can store a book in here. It's a great gift, I think.
It's great for a Christmas gift or a birthday. I've seen online people will add they'll embroider a name across here for
that's
whoever
cute.
it's for. It's really
Yeah,
cute.
that's a great idea.
But you can slide a book or a
Some little-
flashlight or a snack.
Oh, I was thinking a notepad.
Yes,
and
a
a
notepad
pencil.
would be
so like
perfect.
if you were taking this in the car, you could have little
Yes.
things. I would even maybe like depending on what you put in it, you could make the pockets exactly
absolutely,
the size you want
to
them.
fit whatever you're giving them.
Yeah.
But my kids love this, especially for like road trips, because
Right.
then they have their own pillow and they can hold their stuff and it's theirs. And it would be easy to even add a handle on there. I've seen people do that online.
That is a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a really good
You guys
idea.
are so creative. But this is the version that we made on live.
The other thing that I was thinking is you have this like additional pocket on the
Yes.
back, and if you put some seams in there, you could put like a jug of water
Yes.
or I don't know, slippers.
hold all the things. It's a
So many things.
multi-purpose pillow.
Also, you could sleep on it.
Yes. Also that.
Also that.
But it's really fun. And this is another one to practice your straight line quilting at home, because it's
Oh
just
yeah,
simple,
yeah, the crosshatch.
simple
That's
crosshatch
great.
on that.
I love it.
It's really fun.
We have a few questions on the quilt that you showed right before the pillow. What
Sure.
was that called
It
again?
was called Hexie Stacks.
Yep, that's this one.
And it's a great It's actually just a strip quilt.
It is. So those are just 2.5-inch strips sewn together and then cut with the 60-degree triangle.
That's right.
Really fun.
Awesome. Any other questions on this one?
I don't think so.
No?
Okay.
Okay, great.
Perfect.
Feel free to keep asking.
Yep.
We'll go back to it anytime
We
you
do
want.
really love lots of love for the pillow.
It's a fun
so
one.
cute. It's so fun.
We have some questions on color wheels. Do you have any that you recommend? Where do you grab one?
Pretty much I mean, a color wheel is a color wheel.
Yeah.
There's some that have a lot more information on
Yes.
them. I don't necessarily have a favorite or one I recommend. I think find one that makes sense to you
Yeah.
and use that one. But
That makes sense.
But they're great because they'll give you the complementary colors and the primary and the
contrast and-
secondary
yes.
and you know all of the information, and most of the time they come with an instruction sheet or manual, or the information is printed right on the card.
Right on the card, yeah.
So yeah, just see what you can find.
Yeah, just
what I would
play with it, because
recommend.
I think it's like anything else. When you look at it, it needs to make sense to your brain, so that you can
Right,
decipher
and
it.
some of them, for depending on what you want to use your color card for, you might not need all of
the
that
info,
information.
yeah.
You might just need a few basic things where you can say, these are the warm colors, these are the cool colors, or these colors look nice together. You know, sometimes, so I will look up on Google sometimes like paint swatches.
Yes.
Like the paint companies will they'll put together a set of colors that would
That
like
look good.
complement each other in a room.
That's funny.
You
I do
know?
the same thing.
And so then I'm like, oh, okay, I didn't realize you could put like this mulberry color with this lime green and it actually
and
looks,
it looks amazing. Yeah, no, I do that same thing because Jake and I work on houses a lot. And so I have those little inspiration booklets around.
Right.
And sometimes I'm just like, let's see if I can find some new colors. And it's super fun to look at.
It is fun.
So don't be afraid to, think outside the box when you're searching for that color inspiration.
Yeah, totally. All right, so this next quilt, let me see if I can't remember the names. I'm just all over the place here. Oh yeah, it's called Mountain Magic.
Oh yeah, this was
And
yours.
the reason it's called Mountain Magic is because, first of all, the triangles reminded me of the mountains.
Yes.
But also the panel that I used originally was of the mountains.
Yeah, and outdoors.
Yeah,
Like
it was like,
Yellowstone, I think.
yep.
Yeah.
So they were mountains. This one, we used a completely different panel, so
I
they're
love
all
it.
fish. But what I love about it is it's a fun way to use a panel without it looking like a panel quilt.
Yeah.
It's not like we just got the panel and put a border on it. It's completely different.
It really is, and it allows for like some fussy cutting to show off some of those details in a panel.
And
just,
again, an opportunity to pull in complementary colors.
Yeah.
There's, 4 colors in this quilt that we pulled right out of the panel.
it's beautiful.
And
it's
I
really
think the
fun.
panel actually presents a little bit more just like a piece of yardage that has large prints on it. Some of them aren't as traditional,
Sure.
but they're sold, that way. So,
It's really cool.
yeah, we have a whale here and
I
a
know,
turtle there.
I'm loving the little turtle.
Yeah,
It's adorable.
they're so cute.
And a treasure chest with an octopus.
Oh, that's funny. I didn't even see the treasure chest.
Yep,
That's great. Little starfish.
yep.
I love it. And the tail, the whale
Oh,
tail.
wow.
The back is cute too. Look at all this. It's like the whole underwater aquarium.
Yep. Whole
So.
seascape with the corals and all the fun
Cute.
things.
Yeah, and this machine quilting pattern I actually really love. It's just called Water, I think.
Yeah.
And it's
Just looks like
it's
the
just
ripple.
very subtle and like organic looking.
Yeah.
So
It's really nice.
any questions? We'll get them.
Is there another triple playbook coming out?
We haven't worked on one yet this
No.
year, but I think we probably will. I think we're trying to decide how often is too
the
often.
right
What's the
amount.
right amount
Yeah.
of triple play information? Because
Yeah.
we only do one a month, so there's really only 12. But we think it's fun to add in bonus projects and
And a
information
little bit
about
of
what we're
new
doing, and
things.
so we kind of want it to be far enough apart that there's really good info to put in the book.
Yeah. We don't like to make stuff
So.
just to make
Just to
stuff.
make
We
it.
want it to be special. So,
Yeah, definitely. So it's not out of the question, but it's not in the works yet.
Exactly.
There is a book coming out soon.
We do have a fun book. We have
Oh,
a
yeah,
Dresden
the
plate book
Dresden
coming
book.
up.
That's
Do you
true.
want to actually let's
Yeah.
grab a couple of those projects because
Let me
there's some that I'm really excited about.
Where did they go? Okay.
I'll wait here, Misty.
I'm coming.
Oh, you got all of them.
Well, I just didn't know what to choose. So
Oh my.
Real quick, Nat,
Yes.
What ruler was used for Mountain Magic?
Oh, the 60-degree ruler. The same ruler made this quilt and Hexie Stacks.
Isn't that fun?
So
Cute.
these were both part of a triple play. We had the 60-degree ruler challenge.
Yeah.
And I think yours is probably in there somewhere, and I don't remember what you did,
I
but
don't
we'll find it if
I
it's
don't
in
remember
there.
what I did, so it's fine. I'll remember it
But
when I
the cool
see it.
thing about a 60-degree ruler is there are so many
Oh.
things you can do with it.
Totally.
And on that ruler, you have all the sizes for, you know, the large one and the little
Yes.
one, and there's so many different things.
Yeah.
Put them all
There's just
together.
tons of possibilities depending on, again, what colors you put together and how you set all of your pieces. It's just really
And
fun.
yeah, and Mom has a couple of other quilts that aren't in triple play
Yeah.
that she did with 60-degree ruler that are very cool.
Really cool. Back to Dresden. Sorry, we got
Okay.
squirreled.
We totally did. So this is a cute sunflower Dresden pillow.
Yep.
It's based on Mom's tutorial for the little Dresdens, which
Was from Triple Play too,
I
think.
feel like it
was.
was.
It definitely was.
we're on a triple play kick tonight.
That's because Jenny's here with us. So we have all
Oh,
three of us.
yes.
So that's why.
I love you, Mama.
Yeah. We miss you.
Oh, wait, hold on. Talking of,
Oh,
speaking of triple play, Jan says she's new to y'all. What is triple play?
oh,
Triple play is the most fun we have
yes,
right now.
it's the best. So on the third Friday of every month, for Jenny's tutorial, Natalie and
Three
I
of us
join
get
her,
together.
and we picked something as our inspiration. So it might be a template, it might be a traditional quilt block that you're familiar with.
We have
And-
one that we're working on right now.
Yes.
It's a secret, but it's a 9-patch.
It's for 9 patches.
And so you think, what could we do with a 9-patch that we haven't already seen? Well,
you're gonna find out.
we're gonna show you.
Yeah,
You're gonna love it. It's gonna be
super
good.
fun. And so we just love it because when we first started triple play, it was like, are we all gonna come up with the same idea?
We discuss. We still
We do.
talk, and we'll say, well, what are you thinking? And
But
we
we
don't.
never do. We never
Yeah.
come up with the same idea.
No, and we don't often follow each other
No.
fully through the process. So a lot of times we'll get up to film, and it'll be the first time we've seen each other's quilts,
Yeah.
which is really exciting.
It is fun. It's really fun. We enjoy doing it. We have so much fun working together. So
But yeah, it's the third Friday, 3 women and 3
Three
quilting
different quilt
ideas
ideas.
based on one block.
yeah, it's
So.
the best.
We love it.
We do. And I think, is this Friday a triple play?
Yes, it is.
So tune in Friday and you'll have a
Yep.
brand new one.
Yep.
It's
And
perfect.
if I could remember what it was, I would give it away.
Okay, let me think. What month are we in? May?
It's Jacob's Ladder.
Oh, you remember.
I just remembered it.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It is.
It's a fun one.
It's really fun.
That's
I
awesome.
love my quilt, and I love your
I
quilt,
love
and
my
I love
quilt.
Mom's
I know,
quilt.
they're
all
beautiful.
so good.
I wish we had brought them as like a little special sneak peek, but it's okay.
We're not that crafty.
We're not that good. Back to these fun Dresdens that will be in the new Dresden book. So this
Okay.
is also inspired by
So
your
this was a triple
play.
play on on the Dresden,
Yeah.
and I actually just love this so
so
much.
I was gonna say, can I
So
take this home?
Right? These are Dresdens. You can't see it because I used the same fabric as the background.
Yeah.
And that makes the colors stand out. But
Like
this
this
is
little
so cool and
sunshine.
easy because
Whoa.
we cut out little Dresdens on a paper foundation,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just stitch across the top and then snowball at random. So it's very wonky, super relaxing, like easy thing to do. And then just put a little circle here and trim it off.
It's so cute.
It's easy, I promise.
She made it look really easy. But mostly I just want her to make me one so I can hang it on my wall.
Oh, I can totally do that.
So cute.
Give me your colors and I'll put it
Okay.
together for you.
It's adorable.
It's like a little sunshine.
It is. It's just so happy. And then
Okay,
here's
so this is one of the
one.
bonus projects. We haven't demoed this specifically, but we did do a quilt called Dresden Squared
Yeah.
that was demoed. So basically what I did with this one is I made a full-size Dresden
Mm-hmm.
using the full length, the 10 inches, and then I cut it with a square, and these pieces were cut off of the outside
Oh my
edge. I basically
goodness.
squared it twice and then put it back together. So you can
With
see
the
that the
sashing.
fabric continues out, but there's a little sashing in it.
That's magical.
So it's pretty cool
I love that.
and remarkably easy. I promise you can do
I
it.
can see how it would be now that
Yeah.
you've explained how you did it. That is so cool.
Yeah, so it is just one block, and you cut it twice this way, and then twice this way, and then you put your sashing in and put it right back together.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Just brilliant.
So cute though, right? And it looks really complicated.
And not at all. It's so beautiful. Ah,
Yeah.
So good, Nat.
Good times.
Should
fun
we
things.
show some more or should we save some for
I don't know.
a surprise? What do you think?
Well, we've got a checkered Dresden in here. We have a Dresden purse.
Ooh,
We haven't
that's
talked about
fun.
our cute little Dresden tote. This is one of those fun
Show
things.
that.
It's just a little bag, and you could add a snap or a
Yeah.
zipper. We have our fancy zips you could put on
Oh,
top
that
of
would
that.
be perfect.
But yeah, it's just a cute little.
I better test it out.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Cute little bag. Fits over a shoulder.
Nice.
Adorable. Perfect
As
for
all,
spring.
all little bags are.
That's right. Awesome.
Okay.
Well.
Shall we go back to the other? Are we clear on Dresdens now?
Jan, who said she was new to triple play, says she will for sure be watching Friday.
Awesome.
Oh, good.
Thank
Yay,
you.
Jan.
Thanks
I'm
for tuning
so
in.
excited to have you. That's fun.
It is fun. We love doing it.
I hope you are entertained.
Hopefully. Hopefully you enjoy it.
Okay. Let's see. We have, this is my kitty quilt.
Oh, yes.
Calico
I love
cats.
Calico cats.
It's so fun. So I ended up doing several different sizes, but I couldn't leave these little scraps that were left over. And so I went ahead and made kind of wonky flying geese. And those were really fun to make. It ended up
so
being
cute.
one of my favorite things. Oh, the other cool thing about this, I don't know if you can see it. Look at this pattern. This is a new quilting pattern that we have.
Oh my goodness.
And all of a sudden, the name is escaping me. It might be Whiskers
It's so
or something, but it is so cute.
Oh
So
my
if you love
goodness.
cats, this is a great machine quilting pattern.
Yes, you need this.
Find it.
It's adorable. Oh my
It's
gosh.
just, it's one of our new ones. It's an Ann Bright pattern, I believe.
Wow.
But
Adorable.
it's really cute.
All those different little kitty poses.
So yeah, and we have tall cats sitting tall and small cats.
Yeah.
Cute.
And those fun flying geese too.
Yeah. And it's the fabric, I don't know if anybody cares,
Oh.
but the fabric is Beyond Bella by Moda. It's one of those reorderable tonal prints.
Yeah, and it has like those grid marks
Little
in it. Little cross
hashtags.
That's it. Thank you.
Little hashtags.
It's really cute.
Or the pound key.
Cute.
Is Jenny still under the weather? Hope she's doing
She's
better.
She is
not. She
not.
feels so good.
She's on vacation.
She is walking 8 to 9 miles
Yeah,
a day
she's
where
loving
she's
her
at.
life.
She's holding up towers and taking pictures
yes,
and buying
having
things.
the best time.
Yeah.
She is well.
She's happy. All right, we have a couple more here.
All right.
We have this cute table runner, which
Oh yeah.
I don't know what's up with me. I can't remember the names of any of these. Oh yeah, Making Waves.
All right.
I remember now because I read it. Then all of a sudden my brain works. It's so perfect.
That's amazing.
Okay, so this is one that Mom did. She just did a cute little quick, I think the idea was if you have a holiday coming up or a
Yeah.
birthday or anything that you want a quick little project, this one will do. And I think it's really cute.
It is. It's quick and easy.
Yeah, and because there's not really like the center thing, you can put whatever you want on it, wherever you want.
Yeah. And make it
And
as
I think-
long as you want.
I was gonna say, I think because it uses either a charms or layer cakes, you could make several of them.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So, perfect.
So cute.
All right. I gotta look this one up
This
too,
is the
but I
String
think
Star.
this is it String Star?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You recognize
I
it
do.
right off
I
the
made
bat.
this one in red, white, and blue. So
But it's so
it's
cute
so
in
cute
any
in these
color,
brights.
right?
Look at this. Oh my goodness.
It's so fun. So yeah, String Star was originally on MSQC Live.
Yes.
And if you look closely at this, we have low volume prints instead of a
Yeah.
plain background, which is so fun.
This one is great for your stash, busting into your scraps and using up some of them. It's just so fun. And here's a little secret. I actually have a smaller version of this same pattern in pillows coming out soon.
Cute. Oh my gosh.
On At Home with Misty. So
Okay.
you will want to watch that.
Teeny tiny String Star is going to be
Yes.
so cute.
And you don't even have to like make them small. We make it easy so you're still making bigger pieces and
Right.
piecing it together.
The other thing that is fun for me about string quilts and scrap quilts is you can get together with your friends and everybody can bring some fabric. You
Yes.
can mix it all up and have this quilt that has little pieces of everyone
I
in your
love
group.
that.
And literally the scraps never run out. It's like they
They
multiply
go
as you use
forever,
them.
and you recognize your fabric.
Right.
And so it's like,
or your
oh,
friends,
that's-
you're like, yeah, I remember when you made
you
that
made
quilt.
That. Yes, exactly. And so it just helps carry some of those memories on.
I bet it would
even
be
farther.
really cute as an I Spy for a kid too.
It would be adorable in I
Yeah.
Spy. I love that idea.
That's fun.
So fun.
And
So
all of these will be
cute.
in the next block?
Yes,
Yep.
they will.
These are
Except-
not the Dresden
Not the
quilts,
Dresden.
just to be
Dresden
clear. The
projects.
Dresden ones are in the Dresden book that's coming out soon.
Yes.
Yeah, when is that coming out? Do we know?
I don't know a date.
Yeah.
I couldn't even guess.
Our brains hardly
Over
work.
Soon-ish.
Over a month.
Over
it's
a month
coming.
away. So just
but it's
watch,
coming.
just watch for it,
Yeah.
or
It'll be on the website.
forget all about it, and we'll send you an email.
There you go.
Some-
Count on that.
Somebody will make an announcement
We'll
somewhere.
remind you.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
I love that.
All right, one last quilt here in our bin,
Oh, yeah.
and I think
This is
this
one-
is your blooming something.
I
Bloom,
can't-
the bloomin' onion.
I can't remember what it's called. That sounds
Oh,
delicious.
is it dinner time?
Oh, of course, this doesn't have
Oh, it's turned.
It's flipped, but it also doesn't have the label on it.
Oh, it fell off. It's over there on the floor.
Oh.
Maybe.
Let me check.
With any luck, fingers crossed. I think it might be called Blossom.
Nope, this says gift tags.
That's not it then. Okay, well this is one of your live quilts.
I do remember making it, but I cannot remember what I called it.
All of a sudden.
Darn it.
So what you get when you subscribe to Block is a pattern
Yep.
for this amazing quilt that we cannot remember the name of.
We're killing
It's
it.
a surprise.
Oh,
It's fun though because you get to show off a lot of big prints.
Yeah.
And especially this one down the side. If you have a favorite print that you just can't bear to cut up,
yep.
or you want to put applique on it,
Exactly.
you could do a name, you could do
I designed it with that in mind. I didn't want to cut anything so small because we have these collections that are just so vibrant and have such amazing details, like these beautiful butterflies and these flamingos.
I was admiring all this fruit.
Yes.
There's kiwi and dragon fruit and pineapple. It's so fun.
And sometimes you just need a quilt with bigger pieces so that you can see all of those fun details.
The other thing that I like about a quilt like this is it gets you to the finish line quicker. So if
Yes.
you're starting to feel like everything is taking forever, it's nice to kind of have that palette cleanse.
Exactly.
Get a project
A little
done,
refresh.
love it, finish it, and then you're like, okay, now I can go back to that, Mariner Star.
Exactly.
Or the hard,
Double wedding
the
ring.
hard ones, the ones that test your patience.
Yes.
But anyways,
fun one.
so that is a full synopsis, kind of. There's several more that will be in there, and digital content, different
Yes.
sizing for things.
Lots of bonuses.
Yeah. Let me see if I'm missing something.
Oh, we were going to
Oh.
talk about this.
Yeah. So there's kind of a fun article. We kind of touched on it a little bit at the beginning.
Yeah.
Before, right at the beginning of our opening the quilt shop, we had some really good loyal customers who became our really close friends
Yeah.
over time. And we had this group that we called the Friday Night Sew Group. And so every Friday night, we invited people to come in just to hang out.
Yeah.
You
bring
could bring
snacks.
you could bring a project or no project. If you wanted to crochet or mend or write or draw or clean out your purse or chat with a friend,
Anything.
we didn't care. It was the Friday night group, and we all got together. And after a few months, we decided that it would be really fun for everyone to be in a block lottery. So we created, a little bowl, and everybody had their name in it. And when your name got drawn, you got to say, "Oh, I'd love it if you guys made me this block with these colors,"
Yes.
or whatever it was. So Mom and I both got drawn throughout the year. I mean, several other people did as well, but I asked for red and white churn dash, and Mom asked for blue and green Missouri Stars.
Yep.
Because she was, those are their
We had
favorite
just started the
colors.
shop.
And and so
Yeah.
we both, like, all of our quilts came back, or our quilt blocks came back, and I put mine together right away for some reason, which is really odd for me.
Yeah.
But I've had mine done for a long time. And Mom's had sat in a little drawer
Yeah.
in her cabinet.
In her studio.
And it's so funny because she called that drawer her secret projects drawer. And one day I was looking for something. She sent me over there to find some fabric, and I'm like, why is this labeled secret,
Secret
projects?
projects.
I said, that's kind of a dead giveaway.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm definitely looking in this drawer to find out what's so secret about it.
It's true.
It brought out the little naughty in me, and I was like, oh my gosh, okay.
Like, what
I
are you
have to.
hiding, Mom?
Yeah. So we looked through some of the things in it and laughed about, they're not really secrets. It was just, she just wrote it for some
I
funny
think it was
reason.
things that she knew she wanted to come back to.
Yes,
You know,
at some point.
At some point.
There were a few things in there that she was like, oh, I was going to give that to somebody and I
Yeah.
didn't want them to see it, or, you know, so she just had several projects in baggies, and
Yeah.
one of them was the bag of all of the quilt blocks from that time, and it had probably been 10 years since she had them.
Yes.
And she's like, I just don't know if I'll ever put these together. I'm overwhelmed by the idea of it. You know, the blocks aren't the same sizes and the fabrics don't really match.
Yep.
So she was kind of discouraged, and I thought, well, this is perfect for me.
Yeah.
I love solving complex problems like this, and I can really surprise her. So when I just quietly, I was like, well, you know, do you mind if I think about it or whatever? And she probably thought I would never get to it
Yeah.
because we're so busy.
I know. I think she thought it was going back in the secret projects drawer.
Yes. But no, I went and came up with an idea and made her a fun quilt, and we ended up giving it to her during our triple play
Yeah.
on the Missouri Star.
It was so
and it
fun.
was so fun, yeah.
It was
She
really
she was
special.
so shocked and in tears, and
Yeah, it was really sweet because very rarely do we get to surprise her.
and catching that like genuine reaction, it was really
It
exciting.
was so sweet. It was
was
really
good.
sweet. And then we were all crying and had to take a break and fix ourselves
Yes,
and then come back
we
and teach.
hugged, and then we were like, all right, let's do the triple play.
Yeah, exactly. So let's show
So,
those. You
yeah.
got them, right? You have
Yeah,
yours
do you want
and
should we see mine first?
Yeah.
Because mine's not nearly as impressive as Mom.
it's still fun.
I love it though. I
Yeah.
love all of these red and white churn dashes.
Isn't that awesome?
And you can tell too that like the border on this got a little pink in it, and I've washed it with color catchers a bunch of times, but so it's improved a ton.
I was going to say, I don't think it
For
looks bad.
several years it was like Pepto-Bismol pink.
Oh.
I'm not kidding. But it's faded out, and now it's just one of the most used and loved quilts in my house, and
love
it has a few
that.
stains on it, but that's just because it's been loved.
It's been loved. Well, and it's
So-
so sweet too to go back and remember like the people who
I do
made these
wish
blocks
I
that they
wish
had
that
labeled
I
them.
had them all sign their
Yeah.
block. I didn't think of it at the time. I thought I would never forget.
Yeah, that makes
But there's
sense.
there's fun ones. I know that and the thing that's extra sweet and sad about it is there are several of the women in our group have passed away.
Yeah.
And so, we don't see each other often. We don't do our Friday night get-togethers, and
Yeah.
everybody is growing and changing, and
It's special to have that memory.
it is. It's super fun.
It's really cool.
Okay, so let me
And then
show
this
you the
is the
one
we
that I put together
surprised-
for Mom.
Yeah.
I have a couple tips for you. So the blocks weren't all the same size.
Okay, yeah. Should we lay it out here first?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, she had me sign it at the.
Yes.
I was like, Mom, it's not even my quilt.
But you made it.
Okay. So several of the blocks were not the same size. And what I did to fix that was add sashing. So you'll see on here that some of the sashing is very narrow and some of it is wide.
Much wider.
And even if it's close to the background or, they don't all have to be the same as long as they're the middle for a bigger block. Mm-hmm. I thought that worked out pretty well.
It's so awesome. And to add those
The-
star legs that like
Yes.
tie it all together.
Yep. So this ended up being the double Missouri Star, or the
Seeing double.
seeing double is what I called the pattern, because I did this in an actual pattern version as well.
Yep.
So let's see. I picked a couple of fabrics that I knew. She's been in love with the Tula Pink fabrics, and she also loves the blue and green. And so somehow this is a Stonehenge line that has so much variation in the colors that it was able to pull from
It matched
the
like
colors in the blocks
everything. Yeah.
and the colors in the Tula Pink line. We have lights and darks, we have greens and bluer blues.
Yep.
And it just worked. I just put little sets together and then figured out, it was almost like the blocks said, I like that color.
Yeah.
I want that color
Put
by
me
me.
there.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was really interesting.
It was so fun to watch
So-
her working on it too, especially because you were keeping it a secret.
Yes, and we thought we were there like on an evening when Mom
Yes.
had gone home, and then she'd come up bustling up the
And
stairs
we're like
whistling.
shoving
and
it in the drawer.
So we're like, close it, turn it over.
Put it away.
And they were like, oh, hi,
somehow-
Mom, what are you doing here so late at night?
We're not up to anything.
Certainly no good. That's not a problem.
Yeah, exactly. It's really sweet. It's
But
such
yeah,
a fun thing.
So this is Mom's quilt, and she
Yeah.
loves it, and she's so excited to have it all finished.
Yeah. And to be able to have all those memories in a finished
Yeah.
quilt. It's really sweet.
Yeah.
I love that.
So, any
right.
questions on collaborations? Because they can be a little tricky. I would say be very specific with what you want.
Yeah.
If you're worried about putting things together, or take it as a challenge and see what you get, and then have that amazing opportunity to solve that problem.
Exactly. And
You know?
set it together in a different way, add different size sashings.
I watched a friend of ours, she's come to several retreats, and she got some blocks sent to her, and she actually cut them up and put different surroundings on them and created a pattern using blocks that weren't necessarily made for that pattern, but it looked amazing when it was done.
So fun.
So there's a lot of creative opportunity there. It's like
There is. And it's really good to like step outside of that normal routine a little bit and give yourself a challenge to solve. It's just fun, and it kind of ignites you creatively.
Yeah.
I love that.
What was that last
awesome.
one called again?
Seeing double.
Yeah, seeing double.
That's right.
Yep.
Awesome. Anything else, Annie?
I don't
Any other
think so.
questions or?
Okay.
A lot of you guys look great.
Thank you.
Thank
That's
you.
very sweet.
Thanks for being here.
Our camera guys did really good on the lighting
Yes,
tonight.
they did.
They did.
They did. They worked super hard. So round of
Yep.
applause for them.
Yay!
Yes. That's awesome.
They make us look good.
It's awesome. So one more time, just a reminder, we do have that code for you if you decide to
Yes,
subscribe
Party
now.
10 or Party 5
Yep, Party 10 for the print
for the full year.
print edition,
And
and Party 5 for the digital. Oh,
That's
and
right.
it
There's
ends
a
at midnight tonight, so it's only good
that
Yeah.
subscription offer ends tonight.
tonight at midnight. So it's
Okay,
just for
so
you
if
guys.
you want it, it's just for people who are watching the show live. If you're watching it later, sorry, it's over.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh,
Did we skip stuff?
yeah, a little bit.
Oh, darn it. Oh, so when we can go back to that. We just barely touched on the collaboration quilt, and so we're talking about
Right.
that.
So another collaboration quilt that we are featuring in this issue and just talking about a little bit is the AIDS quilt group.
Yeah.
It's one of the largest quilts in the world, right?
I think it might
is
be
the
the
largest.
largest.
It is the largest
Yeah.
quilt in the world.
And they've been working on it for years and years and years.
yeah, since the early 90s.
Yeah.
And
People just keep sending in either blocks or sections of quilts in memory of
Mm-hmm.
people who have either suffered from or been lost to AIDS. And
it's such a cool collaboration because there's so much feeling and loss and memory and life in the quilt,
And
because
healing.
each section represents a person.
yes.
And then there's the person who made it, and there's all of that connection.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
So,
So you'll learn a little bit more about
Yeah,
that.
we'll share more of the story and
Yeah, we didn't want to
talk
miss
about
that.
that. There's 54 tons of quilt.
Wow.
That's
The quilt
pretty incredible.
was actually, it was November of 1985.
Is when
was
they
Oh,
said, oh, wow.
okay.
idea
It was even
began and
earlier
it
than I
started.
thought.
Amazing.
That is incredible.
And one of our coworkers had the opportunity to see it, and he said it was just incredible to see in
Yes.
person. So
And I believe we're doing a little interview as part of our
I think so.
either in the I don't know for sure if it's
An interview or a
digital
write-up
or
or- yeah.
an article.
Yeah.
But we'll get
Stay
a
tuned.
little more info. We'll tell you how you can contribute if you want to be a part of it and where you can see it, things like that.
Absolutely. So.
So, yeah.
Well, awesome. I think this has been super fun. I hope you guys have enjoyed it and learned a little bit about Block Magazine and what
Yes.
you can expect.
Get excited for color and
Yes.
collaboration and
And our fun t-shirts
Inspiration.
and bags that are hiding somewhere.
heck yeah.
Where'd they go? Our
Get-
cute little
Get
tote
a
bags.
Block Star tote bag.
That's
Ready?
right. Yep, look
Look
at
at
us.
us. We're just so cute.
You look great. You look great.
We're silly
Oh,
is what we are.
goodness. We're a little tired.
Yeah. But
But anyways,
Thank you
I hope
guys
you
for
guys have
hanging out
a
with
great
us.
night.
yeah, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Have a good one.